going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. So normally I don't really make BluCrayon content besides YouTube Shorts on this channel. And today that's going to change because they just released a really big update. The control rework. They've added a lot of new content. So in this episode, I'm going to be going over everything new that they added in this update. So first off, I'm going to show you all a little showcase of the new control fruit. Heads up, I don't have it fully awakened. I'm probably not going to get it fully awakened because I'm really lazy. But they definitely worked on it a lot. So there's two modes. There is the dagger mode, which has a cool M1. And then there is a fist mode. This being where you can make giant blocks and throw them places, which is pretty cool. But that's about it for the M1s. Now, the next one is the slice and dice move. This fruit itself is very good for PvP. Let me move the domain over here. I don't have anyone in the private server at the moment to practice on. So I'll just show you guys what these moves look like. Now, I've been told that this fruit, when in dagger mode, is very broken. Like, very broken for PvP. See, as you can see here, that if you combo the moves correctly, it just does a lot of damage. Here's a reminder, though. I am not the best at PvP. In fact, I'm actually horrible. I'm pretty doo-doo, but I use dragon, so I have a really high bounty because I just dragon spam. But based off what I can tell, this fruit has some crazy stun. I honestly keep forgetting that the Z move doesn't even do anything. But yeah, it looks pretty good. It has a bunch of new, your quicks or your flash step is new. Definitely a quality of life improvement for this fruit. It needed it really bad. The M1's kind of trash, I'm not gonna lie. It's pretty doo-doo. But overall, I think they did a really good job with it. A lot of people are hating on it. I think it's not that bad. Now, each move I think is different. See, that was a different move from when the daggers. Yeah, definitely everything is different. Let's see, throw that at him. I don't know how many blocks you can make. There's like a limit. Oh my god, I don't think there's a limit. They're huge. So yeah, that's the control fruit. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I'd say definitely worth getting. Let's see if the C move is different with the fists. Yeah. Let's see if total concentration. Oh yeah, that's like the cutscene move. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. And that totally canceled out the domain. On to the next thing they added. So they have added a kit mutation like the werewolf. You see, so in my inventory, you can see that I have the Galaxy Kitsune. I don't know how to pronounce that random word that's in the middle, but that's unimportant. I have the Galaxy Kitsune, and once you get the Galaxy Kitsune, you get the red one, the crimson one. And in my opinion, I think this is the best skin in the entire game. I think it looks the best. I think the details are really cool. And if you are wondering, it has the exact same moveset as the Galaxy one. You think the devs are going to add 3 different Kitsune movesets? No, they're lazy. They don't care. But as you can see, once you get 3 tails, you have arms that start to grab everything next to you. And this fruit is pretty good in terms of PvP. It's got a lot of the same moves, but also a lot of different moves. So as you can see, if I hold this, it's just the same burst fire cannon as a normal Kitsune move would have. This one, very different. But then once you hold the Z move, you get like a pain burst. And I'm pretty sure the F move is the exact same. Yeah. And then when you transform, you get this really clean Kitsune design. And I personally think that this red one is much, much better than the Galaxy one. Just in terms of pure looks and design itself. I think the white and red contrast really well. And I think the orange looks very good. So I'm going to give you a little showcase of what this one looks like. So that's the C move. You get like an animation, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. That I think they did a really good job with. Everything you got to be in pretty close proximity to. That's the X move. This doesn't have that much range. You lose range once you transform. So do keep that in mind. I think it's pretty cool though. It's definitely a different take on what Kitsune will be. And this is the F move, which is pretty much the same. But yeah, this animation move I think is really cool. And it does a pretty good amount of damage too. So that is pretty much it for the Kitsune Fruit. It's definitely a better Kitsune in my opinion, just on terms of looks. And so speaking of skins, they actually added another skin, which I actually don't have at all. Let's see. If we open the winter gacha, it's 100 candy per every 2 hours. This is what the Galaxy Kitsune looks like. I think that they did a little too much with it. Just based on like random colors and stuff. I still prefer the red one. Then you have the dragon fruit. They made a skin called Ember Dragon. And I think it looks really bad. I'm not going to lie. It is, it's very overrated. It's super hyped up right now. Everyone is like the Galaxy kit and the Ember Dragon, their values are like 4 billion right now as recording this, which is ridiculous because this skin looks ugly. I'm not going to lie. It looks super trash. And I'm honestly glad I got the Kitsune over the dragon. And basically, it's super pay to win to get these boxes too. You gotta pay Robux to even get something good. For example, if I were to spin right now for the winter gacha, I would probably get nothing. I'd probably get an uncommon fruit. And yeah, it's ridiculous. But it's Roblox. What can you expect? Especially the Blocks Fruit devs. Holy speech impediment. And I think that's about it for most of it. There is, if you are curious how to get candy, you want to go wherever this compass takes you. Go wherever this compass takes you, and then just beat the NPCs there. The NPCs will have a little tag next to their name that says elf, and then you want to kill them. They drop like 2 candy, and you kill them for like an hour, and you have enough to spin like 3 times. Like I said, this update kind of mid on terms of the winter gacha. And next I'm going to show you guys the dungeons. Now, the dungeons are a very new thing. It's kind of like a Destiny raid boss in a way. Kinda. So you have the Trinket Expert where you can fuse all your trinkets together. For example, if I had 3 spirits, I could fuse 3 together and then get 1 spirit 2, as I've done with this might and this twin blades, which is pretty cool. And then you have the trinket refiner, where you can scrap and reforge other trinkets. I actually don't really know how much that one works. I haven't really done anything with it yet. And so here's some examples of some trinkets. Twin blades does blocks fruits points and sword points. So if you were I don't know what build would be really good with this. Something would be good with that. And then spirit does blocks fruits and melee points. So that would be really good if you're using some build that includes those two. Now there are more trinkets, which we'll take a look at right now. We got might, which is melee and sword. So that's really good if you're like a portal main. Bust that out. This is blocks fruits and defense. So this is really good if you're a dragon main, because your blocks fruits damage will go up and you'll take less damage yourself. Then outlaw is really good too for gun and sword. Spirit, blocks fruits melee, and steelheart is blocks fruits and gun. Now, all in all, I think the dungeons are really fun. If you have a really good group and you all have really good fruits, like you want to use a fruit with a really good M1. For example, dragon gets really, really broken in the dungeons because you start to do a lot more damage and there's a bunch of M1 perks you can get. But here's a disclaimer, they do take forever to do. Like they take probably 30 minutes if you're doing the hard one. And each time you finish one, you get where are they located? I think it's stash. You get these like little data points. Wait, I think I skipped them. Yeah, these little simulation data. And you use those to unlock more things in the dungeon. Oh, you can actually spin over here too. I didn't even know that. You know what? We'll spin just for fun. Just for a little end of video spin. See how good my luck is. Oh, wonderful. It's exactly what I wanted. A flame fruit. But yeah, that's pretty much everything you need to know in the new update. If you do want the new skins, such as the Kitsune and the dragon and the portal, I'd recommend just buying the boxes. Getting 10 boxes I bought 60 of them so far. I know, what a great use of my money. But definitely worth it in terms of trading. Because I have all of these new fruits people are overpaying so much for. And I actually was meaning to eat one of these, so I'm going to give you guys a little showcase of this new portal fruit. I'm curious to see what this is going to look like. Oh, wow. That looks really good. Yeah, no. That fruit is very nice. I think this new portal fruit might be the best one in the entire game. Might be the best fruit they've added. Okay, so yeah, that's basically all you're going to need to know for this new update. It's a little lackluster in the terms of the Kitsune, like skins part. Thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I will be live later today when this video comes out, so check out the Twitch. We do giveaways for permanent fruits on there. And yeah, I hope you all have a good one. See you guys in the next episode. Later, y'all.